Hello, this is Callie Fauntleroy reporting for CNN live out of Chicago, where we will be asking average Americans if they support Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's view on a few important contemporary issues in America. Let's begin with this young lady named Alice Paul. She says she's a suffragist, feminist, and an activist for women's rights. So, Miss Paul, as I'm sure you're more than qualified to state your opinion on our first issue, what is your opinion on Clinton's attempt to resolve women's issues within the United States, specifically on her advocacy for American women's rights and equal opportunity? I am a huge Hillary supporter. Her effort to create full equality between men and women in America and her global efforts gives her a lead in the presidential campaigns. So, what about Hillary Clinton's support for women has enticed you into being the supporter that you are? Well, to begin, she helped sponsor and introduce the Paycheck Fairness Act, which will take crucial steps to help women make as high of an income as men. And today, female full-time workers make only 79 cents for every dollar earned by a man. Hillary is aware that now women are the primary or co-breadwinners of two-thirds of American families with children, so this gap in wages affects all families. Do you think that she's doing an adequate job, or is there something else she could do to help women? Well, she's globally promoted women's rights and has been an amazing leader, but there's always more to be done. I think that Clinton recognizes that. Like myself, she won't stop at one victory for women. She always tries for more. I worked so hard to achieve my dream of giving women the right to vote, but once we made it happen, we pushed for other victories to end the discrimination of women. Decades later, after my own efforts, Clinton has used her power and position to make it clear that we are still fighting for women's rights today. Thank you, Ms. Paul, for your time. And now, on the topic of women's rights, we'll filter into personal rights for women, specifically on abortion. Here we have Margaret Sanger, who says she publicized the importance of birth control back in the early 20th century. Now, Ms. Sanger, you seem to be the perfect person to ask. What is your opinion on Hillary's current stance on abortion? Well, I praise Clinton's promotion of Planned Parenthood. While some Republicans and Democrats commonly oppose Planned Parenthood, they're doing it because they're crazy mad because they have never had to worry about the dangers of carrying a child. And many years ago, it was my goal to publicize the idea that women need to have control over their bodies. So much has changed in the last 100 years, but still our government and our own citizens are preventing women from getting this right. Alice Paul is right. There is more to be done, and Clinton is helping women fight for their rights. Despite its controversiality, women should be having this right. They should be able to have abortions. All across America, women are denied abortions for legal reasons, and because this procedure is costly and limited, and women are getting them, the women who are getting them are constantly harassed for it, as if they don't have enough internal struggles upon this already. Clinton recognizes these issues and fights for our women. Is there anything you'd like to add on your support for Clinton? Yes, Clinton truly knows what's best for women because she is a woman. We need a woman president who will advocate and actually create change in America. The last 44 presidents have failed to eradicate gender discrimination. Now it's time for Clinton to step forth and make a change. Thank you, Mrs. Sanger, for your time. And now we move on to another topic, another individual. We have Delaney Mossbatcher from California. Delaney, tell us what your take is on Hillary Clinton's stance on immigration. While Clinton takes a less progressive and aggressive approach on immigration, she hasn't experienced it firsthand like I have and cannot fully understand the true issues behind it. She says we need to have a comprehensive immigration reform with a path to citizenship. Of course, she's going to emphasize that we got to keep the families together and close detention centers, but what will that do to stop the influx of illegal immigrants and end the danger that many of them have brought upon our neighborhoods? Specifically, the Mexican illegal aliens. They bring crime and desperation wherever they go. Illegal immigrants take in more resources than they can produce, primarily because they don't pay full taxes. They are living on our land for free. Even worse, we, meaning you and I, are paying for them to live here. Trump realizes this, and now it's time for Hillary to show the Democrats some pride and come up with a better solution. If I may ask, what incidents occurred that made you form this strong opinion? Well, there are too many to count. I'm just convinced that they're the culprits for vandalizing my neighborhood, and I swear they stole my car. And just in general, they make me feel unsafe. They've created a war. They're like coyotes, coming, breeding up to fill in the gaps. Moving in where living is easy. They are cunning, versatile, hungry, and unstoppable. What solution do you think Hillary should propose that will win voter sides? Honestly, I follow Trump's initiative. Let's build a wall. Well, thank you, Delaney, for your time. Now we're going to move on to our last topic and last interviewee, Fred Korematsu. Today, we are affected globally by threats from terrorists, but specifically by the Islamic extremists who promote violence. The damage caused by Islamic extremists causes a negative connotation with the religion Islam. In America, Muslims publicly associated with their religion are commonly scrutinized and marginalized. Let me begin by asking you, Fred, if you agree with Hillary Clinton's approach on the national stance of Muslim acceptance. I can say that I personally relate to this issue. The U.S. is currently in the war on terror, causing Muslim Americans to receive unfair treatment in society. But during World War II, just after Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, Japanese Americans like myself were not trusted in society as well. And they were also forced into the Japanese internment camps. We were marginalized, just like Muslims are today. Hillary has made her position on this issue clear by stating that we need acceptance and that cooperation will enable us to prevent attacks. And that's why we need to be united, not divided, to deal with this terrorist threat. As long as Hillary follows through with her words, then there's hope that the minority will be integrated into society and not divided because of their religion. Do you think that Hillary is doing enough to support the acceptance of Muslims? Personally, I agree with her stated position, but she has not given as much support as I would like to see. We need more involvement in support of American Muslim associations to promote a national acceptance and tolerance in order to prevent extreme cases like the Japanese internment camps. Thank you, Fred, for your time. This is Callie Fauntleroy signing off.